going to be talking about the Molina's hog-nosed skunk. Um, this is a little picture of them right here. They're so cute. Alright, and here is just my contents page of the presentation. We'll be going over their background, just like some generic information about them, their extinction level, their habitat, their reason for extinction, and what we can do to save them. Alright, so the first point we're going to go over, the Molina's hog-nosed skunk is like all other species of skunks in the fact that they have the same scent glands used to disperse odorous scents to protect themselves from predators. Another fun fact about these skunks is that they have a resistance to pit viper venom. And again, like most skunks, they have two distinct white stripes down their back and a pink hog-like fleshy nose. And these medium-sized carnivores provides a food source for animals such as snakes and other large predators, but like stated above in the previous, this one right here, they do have that odorous scent gland, so those predators tend to stay away due to that scent. And as omnivores, they eat a wide range of food. And here's some more background info. Their kingdom is Animalia, their phylum is Chordata, their class is Mammalia, their order is Carnivora, their family is Mephidae, and their genus is Cnepetus. And while many authors have traditionally considered skunks a subfamily, the Mephidae within Mustelidae, recent molecular evidence indicates that skunks do not lie within the Mustelid group and should be recognized as a single family Mephidae. Alright, and their extinction level is going to be what we're going to talk about next. According to the ICUN Red List, the Molina hog-nosed skunk is on the least concerning spectrum of the extinction chart. I chose to do one that was on the least concerning because I wanted to be able to bring awareness to this animal and kind of go over how we would be able to stop them from reaching a critical level of extinction. And the last time this situation was assessed was on March 1st, 2015, and at this point their population was decreasing. So while they were on the least concern then, they could be, more on the concerning side of extinction these days. Here's a quote from the ICUN website. This species is listed at least concern because it is widespread in a region of extensively intact habitat, and although subject to hunting and habitat loss is not believed to be declining fast enough to warrant listing in a higher category of threat. Now, like I said, this doesn't mean that, we shouldn't still be trying to keep them from reaching lower on the list. All right, and here we're going to start talking about their habitat. These skunks are present in many places, including Argentina, Bolivia, and the plurinational states of Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, Peru, and Uruguay. This is going more in depth in their habitat. So the system they reside in include the savanna, shrubland, or grassland. And the movement patterns in their habitat are continuing to decline, as well as the extent and or quality of their habitat. So this goes back to what we were talking about with, preventing them from going higher on the extinction list. All right, and here's the reason of their extinction levels rising. Agriculture and aquaculture, livestock farming and ranching, biological resource use, hunting and trapping terrestrial animals, invasive and other problematic species, genes, and diseases, invasive, non-native, alien species, and diseases. This is a continuation of their extinction. Molina's hog-nosed skunks were heavily hunted for their fur in Argentina during the 1970s and the early 1980s. Extensive areas of skunk habitat include the Patagonian steppe, have been severely degraded through overgrazing and soil erosion by livestock and feral exotic species. And here's what we can do to save these adorable skunks. Suggested actions needed to reverse the decline of native species living in the Patagonian steppe include prevent new introductions, create protected areas in the Patagonian steppe where livestock are excluded and the ecological role of native large fauna is restored. Study other consequences of the introduction of exotic species and the ecological extinction of native ones. It is also considered necessary to include species of Canopetus in CITES Appendix 2 in order to obtain data on the trade in the different species, to estimate the exploitation level, and to enforce a better control of the exports, and to avoid cases where one of the species can be exported under the name of any of the other species. And here is my works cited page. I did use 3 sites this project. So yeah, here's that. Thank you.